morning everyone, welcome to my channel Blissful Chaos. So it's day 2 of the vlog which I'm doing. It's basically preparation of dinner for some guests. um, I did pre-prep some things and I would have shown in my previous video, but just to let you all know, what I did was I marinated the chicken, I made some green chutney, I boiled some potatoes. I also made the dessert, and two desserts actually. One is a chocolate brownie with cream cheese, and the other I made is firni. And the firni, I tell you, I made it last minute and it turned out amazing. It was delicious. I actually ate a bowl last night. And so yeah, the morning has started. I have had my cup of coffee and now I'm prepping the breakfast for my kid and my husband. So I'm just making some avocado toast with avocado, tomato, black pepper and salt. I also mashed some for my baby. He also likes avocado at times. So I pressure cook the dal for 30 minutes on instant pot, and I'm also preparing its tadka. I'm adding some butter and ghee, and I'll fry the onions for a bit till they turn golden brown. And at the same time I'll start preparing for the aloo methi. I'm just chopping up the boiled potatoes. I keep stirring the onions in between so that they don't burn. So once the onion turns golden brown, we'll add the ginger garlic paste and a little salt also. I'm here preparing the tadka for the aloo methi. In a bowl I took some turmeric powder, some red chili powder, some coriander powder, some salt, some Kashmiri lal mirch, and I'll put some water in it and keep it ready. Also, once the ginger garlic have been sauteed for 2 minutes, I added some tomato puree for the dal tadka. You can also use regular tomato. In the other pan, I am just adding some ghee, oil, and once that's hot, I'll add some jeera, green chili, and my boiled potatoes. Saute them with the prepared spice mix and let it cook for a little while so that all the spices are cooked thoroughly and don't have a raw flavor to them. Also, in the meanwhile, I keep stirring my tadka for the dal makhni while it's getting done. I would also suggest using regular tomatoes rather than the tomato puree for the dal tadka, because I found the tomato puree gave it a little raw taste. So once the tomato leaves its oil, you'll add it to the dal, mix it again and let it simmer for another 45 minutes. My potatoes were also done. I added some kasturi methi, a handful actually, and a little water so that they don't burn, and let it cook for another 2 minutes or so. Once they were done, I transferred them into a serving bowl and I put it on the dining table and cleaned up my stove just to keep it clean. The dal had been simmering for 45 minutes, and that's when I add some salt, Kashmiri lal mirch, and coriander powder, and some hot water as well, so that the consistency is not too thick. And then I decided to clean up my dishwashers and clear up the sink so that the dirty dishes don't pile up, because then it becomes too much to handle. So I cleaned up the kitchen a bit as well, and now in the dal I'll add some sugar and half a cup to 1 cup of cream, depending however you like it, and cook it for another 10 minutes. I also added 1 tablespoon of butter. So it's 2:46 p.m. in the afternoon. We've had lunch. The baby is sleeping. My husband is also taking a nap. I am just going to prep a little more. The major cooking is done, and I'm just going to soak the rice. I've taken out the chicken so that it defrosts. So I soaked up some rice, and then I checked my chicken. It was still quite hard, so I decided to use hot water in another pot and put the chicken on top of it so that it defrosts faster. And look at the firni. Oh, it was amazing. I just topped it up with little more nuts to garnish, and look at that color. I also prepared the papdi chaat, just put it out on the tray so that it's easier for me to serve then. So I started skewering in my chicken in, and you just need to put them in using a fan method. I'll show you more properly in the next few seconds. And yeah, my baby wanted to be held, so I just took a pause and made him sit in his high chair. So if you see closely, I'm using we used to make a fan out of paper as babies, so we'll just do the same with the chicken. It just makes it easier to cook and be held together on these skewers. And yes, again, I wash my hands with soap multiple times, so that's why I'm using my hand. So this is how they're looking. I would have wanted them to be less loaded, as in there are too many skewers in one tray, but I didn't have the energy to get another one out. And I'm going to preheat the oven at 400, and once it's hot enough, like once it's preheated, I'll put the chicken in for around 15 minutes. And after 15 minutes, I'm going to brush them up with a little bit of butter, and put them back in for another 2-3 minutes so that they get a little charcoaly effect. And this little kiddo wants to see everything that mommy is doing, so he's sitting with me in the kitchen. While I'm waiting for the oven to get preheated, I'm going to start with my rice. Yes, I know. Wait, please. I'm going to start cooking my rice, and also I'll show you how we're going to set up the house. I have set up all my humidifiers and some scents around the house so that it doesn't smell of all the Indian food. I mean, it's always nice, but still.